What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a quick little market update, a trading update on what stocks I'm currently trading, as well as what stocks I'm currently watching to finish off this week and to end off September on a strong note. So for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So for those of you guys that are interested in learning more about the stock market, investing, and trading, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. Both of those are linked down below in the description box. We have 90 members in the Discord group chat, and we're talking about stocks, investing, trading on a daily basis, guys. So if you guys want to talk to other investors, other people, other traders, make sure to join that group. It's growing quickly, and you guys are going to get a bunch of value and content from it. And also drop a comment down below on what stocks you guys are currently watching and what stocks you guys are currently trading. I would love to know, so make sure you drop a comment down below in the comment section. So right off the bat, guys, Tesla is the first stock and pretty much the biggest position of mine for this week. And we talked about Tesla in yesterday's video due to the pullback that it saw from about $300 down to about $280. And I mentioned that I had a small position in Tesla, which I ended up scaling more into today as it continued the uptrending pattern that it was on, right? So we're going to look at Tesla very closely right now. And right off the bat, guys, Tesla saw a big pullback from $387 all the way down to $260, due to all the antics from Elon Musk calling out Tesla, saying it's going to go private at $420. That shot the stock up all the way here. And then, all the negative press from that, and all the negative stuff Elon Musk has been doing on Twitter shot the stock down here, all the investigations, stuff like that. And then Elon Musk going on the Joe Rogan show, smoking the blunt or the joint, or whatever it was, that shot the stock down all the way down to 260. And I find that so funny, guys. Think about that. CEO of a big company is just taking the hit of the blunt like it's nothing. It's just the funniest thing I've seen, right? And from there, guys, it popped up above the EMA line and, popped up above the 50-day SMA indicator. So slow reversal signs for Tesla here. Very good slow recovery signs for the stock, right? And then we notice a peak up here at the resistance point at $300 and the pullback all the way to $280. And this is exactly what I was talking about in yesterday's video. We saw some consolidation on the 50-day SMA indicator pretty much towards the end of the day yesterday, right? And pretty much after market hours and pre-market hours. So I took a small position yesterday at about 280, I think 282. I think my small position was yesterday. Then I slowly started to scale more into it today. And my average cost was at about $285 for Tesla, right? And I pretty much rode it up to $296, and that's where I ended up selling out of my position. So it was a small 2-day swing trade. I believe I made about 4% on this particular stock, right? And I sold it pretty much because it was reaching that $300 resistance point that it pretty much topped off here last time out, right? So before I add even more money into Tesla, I want to see it break out of this $300 resistance point and above, right? That's why I have this alert here set at about $303 because I do plan on trading Tesla again, but I want to wait for the break out of the resistance point, guys, because I wouldn't want to invest in it here, have it get rejected, and then push down in price, because no one likes losing money in the stock market, and the way you mitigate your risk is waiting for the confirmation, right? So that is what I'm doing in terms of Tesla stock. So the second stock I want to talk about is Fang, ticker symbol FANG, and this is one I shouted out in a couple of videos ago, and we like this one due to the horizontal pattern that it's on. We see a support here at about 112 and a resistance here at about 135, and I think one of our members was able to trade Fang and profit off of it, so shout out to you, Sebastian. You were able to get in at about $123, and I don't know if you're still holding or not, but either way, you're up on your position, and that's a very good sign, right? So we were looking at Fang, again, support at 112, resistance at 135. We broke above the EMA, we broke above the 50-day SMA indicator, and we've pretty much been uptrending from there. I have not personally put money into Fang yet because I'm waiting to see whether or not we're able to pull back on this particular stock and bounce on this 180-day SMA indicator, because I've talked about this a bunch in the past. I hate getting faked out in terms of stocks. And what I mean by this, guys, is that, you know, back when I first started trading, right, I would always get into a position like once it peaks up above the 180 SMA indicator, or once it peaks up above the EMA, or once it peaks up above the 50-day SMA, right? And I would take a position there, and, you know, lo and behold, it got rejected, it gets rejected, and then pushes back down in price. This obviously doesn't happen with every stock, but for me, I like waiting for the full-on confirmation, meaning not only waiting for the peak above the 180 SMA in this particular example, like we see that, right? We waited for the peak, but waiting for the pullback and the bounce on that 180 SMA indicator and the continuous push up, which gives you an even further confirmation that it's broke past that resistance, right? And it's pushing back up in price, because getting faked out is the absolute worst thing, guys, because you feel like, okay, I waited for the confirmation, but then it gets rejected, even if it's above it a little bit, and then it starts to push back down. That's the worst feeling, right? So again, just wait for the confirmation. It's never bad to just be patient, guys. Be patient. You do not have to trade every single day, but just wait for the break above, the pullback, the bounce, and the continuous push-up. So that's exactly what I'm waiting for in Fang, and I'm going to cover this one in tomorrow's trading update, whenever the next trading update comes out, so we can see exactly what ended up playing out with the particular stock. But let's say I get in at about 128, right? Up to previous resistance points at about 135, that's 6%, and that's a pretty solid profit margin in my personal opinion, and that's why I'm watching Fang very closely to finish off this entire week. So I want to talk about a quick ETF combo really quickly, and that one being Gush and Drip. So Gush and Drip, they are inverse ETFs. They're oil and gas-based ETFs, and I've been trading these a bunch on my channel over the past couple of months, right? And you guys have been paying attention to the channel, to the videos. You guys have seen this. So I'm going to tell you guys what I personally think in terms of these two ETFs and which one I'm watching to trade. So right off the bat, guys, and for those of you guys that don't know, Gush and Drip, they trade based upon XOP, which is an oil and gas-based ETF. Whenever XOP is going up in price, Gush is going up in price as well, but whenever it's going down in price, Drip is going up in price. So what we notice over the long haul here on the XOP chart, pretty much over the past 3 months, right, 3-4 months, is that XOP has been on a downtrending pattern, making lower highs. The high here is at $45. The next high is at about $42.90. The next high is at about $42.50. And now we're getting to that point where this one could be peaking out in price at about $42.30. So what I think is going to be interesting to see, guys, and what's going to really sway my opinion on which ETF I'm going to end up trading, whether it be Gush or Drip, is to wait and see whether or not XOP is going to be able to break out of this resistance point here at about 42.50 and push up and start to push out of this downwards trending pattern, or if it's going to get rejected here at about 42.30, 42.40 and start to push back down in price. And obviously, guys, if that happens, Drip is going to be a very solid day trade tomorrow or for the next couple of days as a 2 to 3 day swing trade. And remember, guys, Drip is a downtrending ETF over time, so holding this one over, more than 3, 4, 5 days is not really smart in my personal opinion, because let's see, if you bought in here, waited for a couple of days, you lost money. You bought in here, waited for a couple of days, you lost money. You bought here, waited for a couple of days, you lost money. So this one's really meant to be a quick day trade, quick in and out 2 to 3 day swing trade, and that's exactly what I'm going to be treating this one as. So we're going to see here, it's at 590 right now, and pretty much it's been consolidating over the past couple of hours, right? Ever since it bottomed out at 585, it's been consolidating here. So that's a very good sign that Drip is consolidating and it's looking to pop up in price. So that's exactly what I'm going to be waiting for tomorrow, and which is why I'm going to set an alert here at 595. So I do expect Drip to be a decent trade tomorrow, unless Gush does blow it up, unless XOP does push up in price, which will completely negate this statement here. But let's say, what I think is going to happen plays out. this one could be a good trade from 595 up to previous resistance points at 620, which is 4%, and even higher there up to 630, that's 6%. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on this one very, very closely to see how it's going to end off today and heading into tomorrow, pre-market hours, and especially on the the price of crude oil, which really just determines where XOP is going to be going. And we do see crude oil has been killing it over the past couple of days, right? Pretty much, the past 2 days, and we're approaching a resistance point here on crude oil. So it's going to be interesting to see if crude oil is going to break out of here, meaning XOP is going to continue to go up, which means drip is going to go down, which means gush is going to end up being the better trade, or if it's going to, bounce down here, get rejected here, and pushed back down in price, which means drip is going to be the better play. So I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen in terms of these inverse ETFs, and that's just really going to determine what I'm going to end up trading in terms of these inverse ETFs. So another ETF combo that could be a good potential trade tomorrow and the rest of this week is DGAS or UGAS, and these are the natural gas-based ETFs, and these trade obviously based on natural gas, right? /NG. This is the natural gas future, and pretty much whenever this future is going up in price, right, UGAS is going up in price as well. But whenever this future is going down in price, DGAS is going up in price. So we talked about these ones in my video yesterday, and I was talking about how, natural gas had a ridiculous day. It shot up about 12 cents just yesterday alone, and we can see that here. No red candlestick in sight, guys, right? And it got up to that resistance point at about 293, and I was saying in my video yesterday that I'm waiting for a pullback to see whether or not DGAS would be a good potential trade, right? And we saw, just like I predicted and just like I said in yesterday's video, that natural gas got topped off here at that $2.93 resistance point, and now we're seeing a bunch of red candlesticks forming, pushing the price of natural gas down. So how this correlates over to DGAS, we see that DGAS saw the big pullback. I think that was about like 10% opening, right? 10 to 15% opening. Now we're seeing it's consolidating at the resistance point here at about $21.30, and it's slowly starting to push up in price. Today, it's pretty much been a green day for UGAS, or not UGAS, DGAS. Nothing crazy though. It's pretty much just been consolidating all day. So tomorrow, what I would like to see in this particular ETF is for a continuous uptrend push in the price of the ETF before I do consider putting money into this ETF, right? And it's going to correlate completely over here to natural gas. Like I said, we want to see natural gas continue this downtrending pattern and ultimately break below this 180-day SMA indicator, because we do see here, guys, last time it got rejected by this resistance point, it broke below the EMA line and the 180-day SMA indicator. So ideally, that's what I would like to see happen tomorrow in terms of natural gas before I do consider putting money into DGAS. So that's what I'm doing in terms of those two ETF combos, and there goes the market closing. But gush, DGAS, drip, and UGAS, that's what I'm looking at in terms of those, as well as Tesla and Fang, right? That's pretty much what I'm keeping my eyes on for this week. I already traded Tesla again today, like I showed you guys. What other ones am I watching very closely? Micron, again, nothing too crazy happening with Micron today. We do have an earnings report with Micron tomorrow, so very excited to see what numbers they do report and how this is going to end up pushing the stock either negatively or positively. And AMD is another one that I'm considering trading, right? And we've seen AMD shoot up a ton in value over the past couple of months, from $9 all the way up to $34. And I have been trading in and out of AMD, like you guys have been seeing on my channel over the past couple of videos. And this one has been taking healthy corrections, consolidations, push-ups to make higher highs, which is also, a very healthy thing to see in a stock. We love seeing corrections. We love seeing consolidation points and push-ups to higher highs, right? And that's exactly what's been happening with AMD. And this potentially could be another point of consolidation for AMD right above here on this 50-day SMA indicator, right? This could be a point of resistance, or a point of support rather, not resistance, a point of support for AMD. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's able to hold above this 50-day SMA indicator, start to plateau a little bit, then push up above the EMA line to continue the uptrending pattern that it's on. And for this case, guys, I'm going to set an alert for AMD at about $31.75. Let's quickly create that alert. 31.75. So if this one does break above 31.75, it's going to be on my radar tomorrow, and it does offer some good potential for profit from 31.75 up to $34.14, about $34. That's 7%. And if it does continue the uptrending pattern of making higher highs, this one does have potential to get up to 8% or more. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at in terms of the stock market as of today and for the rest of this week, guys. And, you know, the markets right now are kind of healthy. You know, they're pushing up in value, right? We're seeing the S&P 500 pushing up in value from the pullback that we saw all the way down to about 28.85. It's pushing up now. It's nearing that recent high at about 29.16. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, if this is going to be a point of resistance for the S&P 500 and whether to see, you know, whether or not it's going to pop up above here and push up to another higher high, to another all-time high, or if it's going to get rejected and push back down in price. So, you know, the markets all in all today have been green, up $3 there, up $150 on the Dow Jones Industrial. This one's nearing an all-time high at about 26,616. $26,616. So, you know, this one could be due for a little pullback tomorrow since we've seen, you know, a bunch of green days in terms of the Dow Jones Industrial. So, you know, the markets, again, they're looking pretty green. Let's see what the NASDAQ's looking like. See, then the NASDAQ, it's been pushing down in price a little bit, making a little higher or lower high action here. So it would be interesting to see, you know, if this one's able to break out of this wedge pattern that it's currently in, right? We see that there. So let's see where the NASDAQ is able to push tomorrow. So, you know, in terms of the markets, guys, markets are looking good. Stocks are pushing up. So interesting to see what this week is going to finish off with and what, you know, September is going to end off with. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And feel free to follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter if you guys would like to. And also join that Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. Again, both of those are linked down below in my description box. And make sure to do your own research when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. Do not buy or sell based off of my opinion or anybody else's opinion out there, because that's not how you're going to become a self-sufficient trader over time, investor over time. And that's the whole entire idea of this channel. So again, let's make some money today, guys. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys are killing it in the markets and everything that you're doing, you know, in your lives. I hope positivity and optimism on all of you guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's make some money this week. Peace.